Hi, this is Bernard from Mood Patterns, and today I want to showcase a further feature from the Mood Patterns app. And today I have selected a rather difficult feature, but I believe it can be immensely helpful to many of you. I'm talking about the feature which I named alerts. Just go into it. As you know, Mood Patterns is a mood tracker, and normally most of you will probably use a mood tracker to detect when your feelings change. And with the alerts feature, you can automate it. You can predefine certain conditions which you uh, define as change, which is of interest to you, and when these conditions apply, then you get an alert. Okay, let's look into it to make it more clear. You see, I have opened it, and there is already one window, but let's start with a completely new one. So for that, I click plus, and here I have a fresh one, and it has multiple controls. Let's go through all of them. The first one is just an on-off switch, so when it's on the right side, it's on, and if it's off, you will not be alerted if the alert is triggered. So let's switch to on. The next one is the scale on on which the alert will work. The default is your first selected scale, but you can choose from any of your currently active scales. Let's go with pain and comfort. Okay, then you have four further options or settings: type, direction, size, and duration. The first one is type, which has three options: level, variation, and dynamics. The mean different things. If you have an alert on level, then you will be alerted if the level changes. So if you normally have a mean value around 50 and it gets to 60, then you will be alerted. Variation means how much spread between your single entries is. So are they all close to another numerically, or are they spread wider around the scale? And if this changes, then this alert is triggered. And the last one is dynamics. This alerts you if your mood becomes more zigzag or less zigzag. Okay, so we need to select one of those. Let's go with level because it's the easiest. Then we have to select the direction of the change we want to be alerted. We can either select decrease. This means we will be alerted if the level decreases, or if it we will be alerted if it increases. So let's let it at decrease. The next option is size, and is just small, medium, or large. Those are predefined values. For the precise settings, what this means, you can click the question mark and get a token of it with what small, medium, and large means for the different settings. For example, for level, it means small. 0.2 standard deviations is small, medium it would be 0.5, and so on and so forth. And for variation, it's in percent. And the last one is the duration. This watches out for the time frame, or this gives the change a certain time frame. So it always takes a reference time frame and compares it with an equal size time frame which happened afterwards. So if we select the default setting 1 week, then it will compare the current week, the current last 7 days, with the 7 days before, and will look for, um, in this case, if the level of the scale pain and comfort has decreased by 0.2 standard deviations from in this week, in the last week. And if this condition is met, we will get an alert. And yeah, that's about it. But of course, you don't just have the level, you also have the variation, which might be very helpful, because if you have a flat effect, so not too many emotional changes, this might not be a very good thing. And the same is true for you're having your emotions all over the place. So um, depending on your situation, you can either set a alert for decrease or increase, or maybe you want to watch out for rapid changes in your mood, then you probably want to select dynamics. And regarding the size and the duration, it depends on your case, and you the expert of yourself, and either you know it by heart, or you need a little bit trying out, but I believe this could be really helpful. Okay, so I have already said that if this condition is triggered, then you get an alert, but it doesn't stop there. So if the alert is set up, you click save, and now you have more information. In this case, isn't so much more, because this is a new alert. We just see, okay, this is active since today. We can click on this, we see the activation history, and okay, it's just since today. But there was already another alert here, and okay, I have reactivated it today, but it was active before. We can click on the activation history, and we see that I have activated it, deactivated it, and today I have reactivated it. Okay, but this is not all we see. We see when it was the last time triggered. In this case, this was 2021. And how often it was triggered. We also can see when this was. And we also can look into the trajectory, or in the scale trajectory, which triggered the alert. In this case, the alert was set on the type variation. I watched out for a decrease, size was medium, and duration was 1 week. I can either click on this one, which will show us the last occasion, or I can select the occasion I choose. Let's go with the first one, and we can see what happened, or what triggered the alert. And we see that the values, or my values, were much more all over the place in these 7 days than they were in these 7 days. So those are much closer to one another, and they, on this side, they are more spread out. So this is why the alert was triggered. But of course, we can overlay further mood scales. Let's go with bored, just for the sake of the example, and we see how bored was. We can add further. Let's go with tired, and so on and so forth. We also can overlay the sleep patterns, color coded of course, and also add events if there were any. In this case, there weren't any, but if there would have been, we would be able to see them. So you see, or I hope you see, I believe it to be a very helpful feature, and I hope you can utilize it now. So if you have any questions, just leave a comment or email me, and I'm happy to answer them. If you have ideas for further feature showcases or tutorials for the Mood Patterns app, just let me know. All the best for today, and see you next time. Bye.